Hello, everyone. My guest today is Mads Wedderkopp. He is the 24-year-old CEO and co-founder of quickorder. He's been leasing since the age of 17, where he leading and led a sales team of 8 people. At 18, he was in charge of 120 people. He founded quickorder at age 18 and has since grown the company from 5 co-founders to 40 plus employees. Mads, you ready to take us to the top?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, 5 co-founders, man. What's that mean? You guys each have like 20% of the company on day one?
Yeah, so each 20%, and been equally shared ever since.
So you guys don't fight? You get along?
We get along, yeah. So I'm the only one left in management. The other guys are in operations today. But yeah, it has always worked out really great.
So tell us about the product. What is quickorder?
Yeah, so quickorder is an all-in-one SaaS solution for restaurants and cafes. We call it a restaurant OS. So it consists of point of sale, schedule planning for staffing, table booking, and most importantly, online ordering and in-seat ordering from the consumer's phone in the restaurant. So everything is combined, and on top of that, we use the data to generate customer engaging insights and operational efficiency insights for the restaurant.
Now, when you came on back in June of last year, I believe it was, you guys had raised about $2 million. You told me that you guys had just passed, I think, about $20,000 a month in revenue. Had about 305 customers. Obviously, COVID has happened since then. Where's the business today?
So COVID crazily accelerated us. So we are now at 368K monthly recurring revenue.
386?
386. Yeah, 368.
368,000 a month?
Yeah, monthly recurring revenue, US dollars.
Okay.
We are, as you know, 40 plus people, and we were, I think, just around 14 at the time where we talked last time.
Mm-hmm. So just to be clear, you guys are doing like it's about a $4.5 million run rate.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay, that's incredible growth. That's crazy growth over 12 months. You went from nothing to 4 million run rate in under 18 months.
Yeah, correct. We're very, very happy with that. So yeah, it's been a crazy ride. Our ARPC also went up after we added the in-seat and online ordering to the business. So we are now at $283 US dollars per location, and that puts us at just around 1,300 locations all across the Nordics.
So 1,300 locations, and are those individual customers, or are they sometimes there's 4 customers per brand?
Yeah, so sometimes it can be 10 locations per logo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And 10 locations per account. So how many are unique? So of the 1,300 locations, how many are with a unique brand?
So I actually don't have an exact number for that because we count locations, but a good guess would be just around 1,000. So it's various
Got it.
Groups.
So 1,300 locations across 1,000 sort of different brands, and they pay about $280 per location. That's how you have $4.5 million run rate today.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is incredible story here, Mads. How did you go from nothing? You basically grew 4 million in revenue very quickly. Where are you getting these customers? How are you setting them up?
So part of it came from a merge with a Norwegian partner. Not competitor in any way, but they were doing online ordering. And of course, they brought in a lot of synergies to the business. So we were able to accelerate the growth a lot by bringing those guys in. And the other part came from us being really, really fast to react to COVID. So when COVID started back in March, we were the only post in the Nordics, basically, especially in Denmark. Norway had a few competitors, but we were one of the only ones in the Nordics that had both post and integrated online takeaway for their homepage, and the ability for the guests to order from the table with their phone. And that just created a huge spike in demand, because then the restaurateurs would actually continue operating instead of being shut down by the government.
But which of these, Mads, when you look at your website, you feature 4 products. You have Cedar, which is table booking. That's obviously out the window of COVID because no one's coming in to sit down, right?
Booking. Yep.
Quick Manager, salary and shift schedule. I imagine that's not as popular now with COVID. You have Quick Serve, which is the handheld terminal for waitresses to use at tables. I imagine, again, that's not great. If there's no one sitting, you don't need that. And then you have the Quick POS cash register system. I imagine that's the product that's building and growing the fastest.
Yeah, it's the post and the post capabilities of doing online ordering. So the post has a consumer-facing side to it, and that's what's accelerated everything.
So a restaurant brand could take your old sort of quick point of sale system, which is a cash register system. You have a version of that they can the restaurant can put on their homepage, and then consumers can order via the homepage and feeds into their system.
Yeah, correct. Consumers pay, so they don't have to handle a card reader or cash for that sake, and it's just in general very, very COVID friendly. Everything is on the consumer's phone. The waiter comes to the table with what's ordered and paid. So there's also minimal interaction between the waiter and the guest, and that of course keeps physical distance, which is really great in COVID times.
So of the $368,000 you'll do or you did last month, did you have any profits or were you cash flow negative?
Still just cash flow negatives, but very, very close to break even. Yeah.
So when you say, I mean, you're burning $5,000 a month or something small?
Yeah, it's very small. It's less than 10K a month.
Okay. And have you raised additional capital or still have the $2 million?
Yeah. We raised another $1.5 million-ish. So in Danish, it's just around 10. So 1.5 calculated into dollars. And that basically put us at the spot where we are now.
So you raised total $3.5 million.
Yeah.
Are you planning to raise additional capital now to double down on the growth you've seen?
Not now. We're actually waiting for the market, the VC market, to kind of find its feet again. We are in the fortunate position where if we just keep doing what we do, we will hit break even within a few months, and that is with additional hires. So we can kind of play the waiting game and let the VCs line up.
That's great. So 40 folks on the team. How many engineers?
So that is, it's been so fast. So just around 20.
20 engineers. Okay. And any quota carrying sales reps or no?
Yes. So we have, that's 3 now, but if you include CS, who also have a quota, it's 10. 10.
Why do you give your customer success reps a quota?
I see customer success as a sales position. It's not a cost, it's an investment. Of course, the quota aren't as high as a sales rep, but all of customer success reps are in charge of cross-selling and upselling on additional plans to existing clients, because they know the best which clients can have use of other parts of our product which they might not be paying for today.
What quota do your sales reps have?
So the way we calculate it is that we take their base salary and we want them to do 4x their base salary in annual contract revenue every month.
Okay, so let's make up a number. Let's say I'm one of your sales reps. You're paying me $50,000 annually. What you're saying is you want me to close $200,000 in new ARR every month?
No, so monthly salary times 4 in annual revenue every month. So if you do 10K a month base salary, I want you to do 40K annual contract value every month.
I see. So just so that we're talking about the same lengths of time for each, if you're paying me $10,000 a month base as a sales rep, you want me adding 40,000 in new ACV, which is equivalent to about $3,500 of new MRR. Yeah,
correct.
I see. Interesting. And has that sort of worked? Do you think you can scale with those sort of ratios?
Yeah, that is working very well. Our leads are super cheap. So with that ratio, we've been able to now have 4 guys selling, and we expect to get that to 10 within the next 12 months.
Sorry, get what to 10?
The quota-bearing sales reps. So from 4 to 10 within the next 12 months.
In terms of hiring more?
Yeah, hiring more.
Yeah. Okay, got it. You said you get leads very cheap. What's it cost you in terms of fully weighted CAC to get a new, $3,500 a year customer?
Yeah, so if you factor everything in with salary and onboarding and ad spend, our CAC right now is $2,000.
$2,000. Okay, so about 11-month payback period.
Yeah, and it's actually a bit shorter because we have an upfront fee from our clients, which kind of cuts down that payback period a lot.
What's the upfront fee?
So that's just around $1,000 US.
And what is that, for setup or something?
Yeah, that's for setup. Yeah.
Interesting. So like helping them install your checkout system on their homepage.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Churn's critical in a SaaS company. Last time you came on, you said it was about 18% annually. What's it today in terms of revenue?
So growth. Were you asking about growth?
Sorry. Revenue churn annually.
Yeah. So annually we are around 10%.
10%. And do you have expansion revenue as well?
Yeah. So net revenue retention is actually 131% this year.
Okay. So you're churning 41% annually. You're churning 10% annually. You're expanding 41% annually. So net revenue retention is 131.
Yeah.
What's the most effective way that your customer success reps are driving expansion revenue? Is it selling into new products, or is it upselling a utility-based usage metric?
So the single most efficient one is actually making the restaurateurs implement the loyalty scheme of our online ordering product in order to generate more online orders, because we have a revenue kickback on those orders. So that's the single most efficient one. Then the second most efficient one is upselling, not upselling, cross-selling, so that we make sure that the clients have the full product suite.
Super smart. Very good, Mads. You're building an animal here, man. You should be excited.
Yeah, I am. It's amazing.
And all the co-founders, they're still in the company, so they all still have about 20%?
Yeah. So everybody still in the company. Everybody owns equally. Of course, we diluted after funding, but we own equally.
That's great. And how old are you?
24, and the other guys are between 22 and 30.
That's great. Okay, let's wrap up here with the famous 5. Number 1, favorite business book?
Blitzscaling by Reid Hoffman.
Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Reid Hoffman.
Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building your company?
So easy answer would be Slack, but I would go with G Suite. I think it's so powerful.
As number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
8 hours. I think it's super important. Yeah.
So you're 24 years old. I assume you're single, no kids?
I'm actually not single. I'm living with Mrs. Not married, but we expect a kid to February.
Oh, that's super exciting. Okay, got it. So married and 1 kid on the way. That's extremely. Sorry, not married, but 1 kid on the way.
Yeah.
You're gonna have the startup baby and a real baby here soon.
Yeah, I have.
All right, last question. Take us back 4 years. What do you wish you knew when you were 20?
How not to fuck up a cap table. Did some really toxic rounds early on and had to fix that. Luckily I did, but learn the funding game from experts. Talk to somebody who's done it before.
Sorry, I should have asked questions about that. I didn't know you went through a painful experience there. What happened early on where you wouldn't do it the same way again?
We took in way too much money on a too early stage, which led to too much dilution. So when Metro Accelerator came around a couple of years in and wanted us on, we actually went to the selection day, but got turned down because of our cap table in the end, and had to fix that. So basically took in a toxic investor who didn't know anything about SaaS, who didn't know anything about startups, took too much money from them, and fucked up our cap table and had to fix that.
Mads, how much of the company did you sell for $2 million?
So that's post that. So today we diluted by 30% total. But prior to that, before I fixed the fuck up I did really early on, we were diluted like nearly half. It was like money takes close to half of the business for $100K.
For 100K or 400K?
$100K.
What year did you do that round in?
That was in 2015. But we fixed that a couple of years later.
Okay, got it. So you sold, this was early on. You didn't know what you were building, right? So you sold 50% of the business for $100,000 in 2015. You then realized, oh my gosh, we messed up. Tell me how you got out of that.
Basically, we were lucky that the shareholders agreement was something the investor basically got from the drawer, and it was really, really badly constructed. So we were able to use that to our advantage, and basically we could sit on our asses and do nothing for for as long as we wanted. So we kind of pressured him out. In the end, he accepted to take the money he put down, dollar by dollar, and give us all the shares back.
What year was that? So he put it in 2015. You gave the money back in what year?
2017.
Okay, so he basically had $100,000 locked up, earning no interest, no return for 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay, well, at least you got it fixed, man.
Yeah, we did. We had to take it back, but we did.
So you have bank debt right now?
No, we paid it out.
Oh, nice.
We worked it. Yeah.
Guys, quite a story. Quickorder.dk. You'd think because they serve the restaurant industry, COVID would hit them hard. They've actually quadrupled the business, more than quadrupled. They were doing just $20,000 a month about 18 months ago. Now they're doing almost $380,000 a month, a $4.5 million run rate, serving 1,300 restaurant locations. The number one product, the ability for customers to check out on restaurants' websites. Actually, obviously a great feature to have during COVID. They raised $3.5 million to do it. They're almost profitable. Team of 40, 20 on the team, 10 quota carrying folks between sales and customer success. Mads, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thank you.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.